All right, in this video, we're going to take a look at 3 examples, and it's going to focus on this idea of discontinuity. All right, our directions say find the x values, if any, at which f is not continuous. So they're not going to use the word discontinuity, but they'll say not continuous, same thing. All right, classify each x value as either removable or non-removable. Okay, so taking a look at this first example here, basically have a quadratic. All right, it is a polynomial curve. And all polynomial curves are continuous everywhere. They are smooth and continuous. I can draw the entire parabola. This will be an upright parabola without lifting my pencil. All right, so this particular one is continuous everywhere. So we have no points of discontinuity. So continuous everywhere. All right, if we come over here and take a look at this one, all right, it is a rational function. All right, so algebraically, since we are given these functions and, we know what the functions are, an algebraic approach is going to be the best way to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can either factor the top or the bottom and then see if anything crosses out. So I'm going to have 2x there on the top. Looking at that bottom, I'm going to factor out my x. So then I'm going to be left with an x minus a 5. All right, now right there, I can see that I have an x in the top and an x in the bottom, so I can cross those out. All right, now that right there, when I cross that out, it's like I grabbed them and I removed them. All right, so at x equals 0, I have a removable discontinuity. Okay, so x equals 0, because I'm going to set those bottom things equal to 0. X equals 0, I have a removable. All right, now let's say that again. All right, the whole crossing out action is like you're grabbing it and removing it from the problem. So then it's going to be a removable discontinuity. All right, now the other one here, all right, set that equal to 0. Let's actually do that so that we see what I'm doing here. X equals 0, x equals 5. So those are my 2 discontinuities. I have to decide what's going on here. Okay, at x equals 5, it's just going to be a non-removable. X equals 5, non-removable. I'm not crossing, wow, can't spell, non-removable. That's an N. I'm not crossing anything out. I'm not removing anything. So at x equals 5, there I have a non-removable discontinuity. Okay, now we can also, depending on how much you know and how much you want to think out, all right, how do you find vertical asymptotes? Well, you set the denominator equal to 0 and you solve. All right, this is not a vertical asymptote because I crossed out those x's there. But here at x equals 5, if we were to go sketch it, we would see that there is a vertical asymptote there. When we have that vertical asymptote, we have that non-removable discontinuity because it's an infinite discontinuity going on right there. All right, now let's do on this third example the exact same thing. Let's see if we can factor it. All right, the top's just going to be that x plus 2. The bottom's going to be the x plus 2, and then the x minus 2. Okay, so from there, before I start doing any crossing out or anything, I could look here at x equals negative 2 and here at x equals 2. So there's going to be my 2 points of discontinuity. But then what I'm going to do is go, okay, this x plus 2 and this x plus 2 crosses out. If I think of it like that, I'm removing that. So at x equals negative 2, it is removable. So x equals negative 2, removable. And then there at x equals 2, non-removable. All right, and again, if I wanted to go a little bit farther and just think about some of the things I'm doing, all right, if I would try to find vertical asymptotes, I would take that denominator, set it equal to 0, solve it. All right, this one I would have to throw out because when you plug it back into that top, it makes it 0, or in other words, in the factored form, you're crossing it out. So you do not have a vertical asymptote here. Instead, you have a hole. All right, here you have your vertical asymptote. So again, that's that infinite unbounded behavior, infinite discontinuity, which then is a non-removable. All right, so just 3 quick little examples here. Let's go ahead and put an E on there so that that's actually spelled right. Just 3 examples here where we're taking a look at is the function continuous? Is it not continuous? Can I classify it? Applying and bringing in other things that you know about finding vertical asymptotes can help. All right. And definitely this is something that you would get pretty early on in a beginning calc class. You've just got to identify these things and recognize them, because as you move on in calculus, it's going to become more and more important. Definitely thanks for watching. If the videos are helping, please share with your friends so they can benefit too. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.